A marathon overtime, which for these two teams doesn't surprise us. Well, you got a series. Let's talk about Game 5 and what happened of it right now on Teal Town After Dark. And with that, good evening, everyone. It is Saturday night, September 26th, 2020. The Dallas Stars has extended the Stanley Cup final to 6 games with a 3-2 double overtime win over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Welcome to Teal Town After Dark. We had it set for 7:40. Then the hockey players decided to have some fun, and craziness ensued. Welcome to Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks postgame. We do this after every night in the Stanley Cup playoffs and the Stanley Cup final. So if you want to be part of the show, here's how you do it. Join with us and fellow hockey fans in the YouTube chat on the page or the app. And of course, for more Sharks content and coverage, hit us up at tealtownusa.com. That, well, I'm out of... Hello, everyone. I am Eric Curry. You can always follow me at PuckGuy14 on the Twitter machine. Great to have you along on this Saturday night. A craziness of Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final, where a chance where the Tampa Bay Lightning could finish off the Dallas Stars for their second Stanley Cup Final championship. They were up 3-1 on the best-of-7 series for the 10th time in franchise history, undefeated in the previous 9 occasions. So, craziness indeed, but Dallas lives to fight another day. So, let's get into it, shall we? First period, I thought, was early on. Dallas was 8-3 when they score first. Tampa is in a whopping 11-1 when they get going. And sure enough, who gets it going? Corey frickin' Perry, his 4th. I look higher than Giraffe Woozy. Really? I look like I'm high? No, that's not good. Even though I don't even do that. Corey Perry with 2:08 left gets one in from Sagan and Alexiak to make it 1-0 Dallas. It's probably my contact lenses. Nice wrist shot gets it in for Corey Perry to get Dallas up 1-0. It's his 7th career goal in a game when facing elimination, the most among all current Dallas players. After breaking a 19-game goalless drought in Game 4 last night, he scores again in Game 5 tonight. A player who scored both games the last time a Stanley Cup Final saw consecutive days. Justin Abdelkader in Games 1 and 2 of the Stanley Cup Final in 2009. In the second period, we go Andre Palat. Oh, this was pretty nice. This was a pretty nice goal. A nice little power move to get past Khudobin to make it 1-1. He extends his point streak to 4 games, and just a great play by Palat, his 11th of the postseason. I mean, again, he's been one of those guys that has been crucial to the Tampa Bay Lightning success in the Stanley Cup playoffs and the return to play. That would be your score after 2 periods. 1-1 would be it. Shots after 2, you definitely saw a little bit more of advantage, 23-14 in shots in favor of Tampa Bay going into the third period. But then Dallas came around and was starting to pick up momentum. However, Mikhail Sergachev at 3:38 with a slapper that went off the post and in past Khudobin to make it 2-1 Tampa Bay. And you're starting to think this is it. They're 16 minutes, 22 seconds away from going to the Stanley Cup final. But Dallas kept coming on and kept coming on and kept coming on. And sure enough, Joe Pavelski, frickin' Joe Pavelski, with the tying goal at let's see, 13-15 into the third period. He gets his 13th goal of the playoffs, his fourth of the Stanley Cup final. I remember very fondly when, NBC Sports Pittsburgh, I'm sorry, NBC Sports, my bad, put out a tweet, basically just mocking the Sharks, saying Joe Pavelski has 0 points in the Stanley Cup final, but they wouldn't tell you that Sidney Crosby had 0 goals in the Stanley Cup final beforehand, but now they can gush over him. Gee, what a shock. And it was a history-making goal for Joe Pavelski. Let's throw that up now. Joe Pavelski with the goal. He gets the playoff-tying 13th goal for the league lead. His fourth goal, as I mentioned, in the Stanley Cup final. And he is now the all-time playoff goal-scoring leader among American-born players in the National Hockey League. He gets his 61st goal. It gets his 61st goal, and what a night for Pavs! What a postseason for Pavs! He had 14 in 2016 with the Sharks in their magical run. So congrats to Pavs. He moves into a tie with Phil Esposito, Jacques Lemaire, and Mark Recchi for 29th on the NHL's all-time list. Boy, he really escalated there in the last few seasons. So, congrats to Pavs. He gets this game tied up. And unlike last night where a controversial penalty call gets in the way of a great game, this one all was well. Maybe a couple of tripping calls we get in there to go into overtime. And in overtime, number of chances there. Even Barclay Goodrow had a great tip shot that just missed the net. That could have been the cup-winning goal, for that matter, to get in there. And at one time it was 6-0 in shots in favor of Tampa. It ended up being 7-2 in shots for the first overtime period. Tampa really just was trying to close it out right then and there, and just could not get that chance. Dallas played a stifling defense for sure. So, it's playoff hockey. You got to love it. And in the double overtime, it would require, it would be the 10th time that a potential Stanley Cup winning game has required multiple overtimes, in the first since Game 5 of the 2014 Cup Final between the Rangers and Kings. And Corey Perry goes in, digs it free, gets it past Vasilevsky. There was a little instance, maybe there was an offsides on the play. Gotta say, looked at it. I thought it was close, but it was onside. But you know what? We have a Game 6. Corey Perry with the game-winning goal there. His second of the night, his fifth of the playoffs, I believe, his third in the last two games. There was a lot of criticism as to Corey Perry scoring or not doing anything except for taking bad penalties. So Corey Perry from Klingberg and Sagan with I believe a 2-point night, if I'm not mistaken. That gets, while he's not producing any goals, he is definitely doing it. I take that back. 3 assists on the night for Tyler Sagan, and this one would get, that, you love to see it. The guy hasn't had any luck with goal scoring. He's definitely been a part of the rush for the Dallas Stars, but just hasn't been able to find the back of the net. He gets 3 assists on the night. Corey Perry with 2 goals. That's your game-winning goal. Joe Pavelski breaks the American record for most goal scoring by an American player in the playoffs. Anton Khudobin with 39 saves on the night, while Andrei Vasilevsky has 30 saves on 33 shots. And the Dallas Stars move on to live another day. Final 3-2 in double overtime. This series will go Monday night, and Rob Iman, and now we have Game 6 going up against Chiefs and Ravens on Monday night. It could have been Cleveland or Cincinnati that they could have had that for Monday night. No, it had to be Chiefs and Ravens. Really? Oh, man. Yes. So, are you ready for some hockey? A Monday night party. No, I'll spare you. I'll spare you on that one. So, Dallas wins 3-2 in double overtime. Game 6, Monday at 5. Let's get to the bracket. All right, so it's Tampa Bay leads the series 3-2. Dallas with a 3-2 victory in Game 5. Monday night, Game 6 at 5 p.m. If Dallas wins it, Game 7 Wednesday night. So be on the lookout for that. So, all righty. Yeah. Stephen Day, our Stars fan, saying yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So congrats to the Stars on their victory. Crazy night in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Pavs isn't done yet. Yeah, he's not done yet. He's really escalated himself into the Conn Smythe voting for sure. If Dallas gets this to a Game 7, let's be real here. It's just he's up there with it. And while Khudobin has kind of struggled a little bit, maybe you start looking at Pavelski. Again, you can look at Heiskanen and Klingberg as well for Dallas, but, I don't know. But man, what a crazy night, You just look at it and you kind of wonder, man. We've had ups and downs in the final, but this Stanley Cup final has been a pretty good one. Dallas gets to a dominating 1-0 start, then Tampa comes back. Even though if I'm not mistaken, Dallas had the lead in at least 2 of those games, where it could have gone either way. But then Tampa just comes in and dominates, and you expect them to just, be guns a-blazing for sure. But a team that has won a multi-overtime game while facing elimination 4 times, the Lightning did it. It's ironic. The Lightning did it in Game 6 in 2004, where they were on the verge of losing the cup to Calgary. And Dallas. Mike Modano had the multi-overtime winner in Game 5 against New Jersey in 2000 for 2 of those instances. And any other ones? Yeah, Game 5 in the 2008 final for Pittsburgh. And in Game 7 of the 1950 final where for Detroit, where both teams were on the brink. So it's really happened just 4 times, and then 5th one tonight with Dallas winning 3-2. They are down in the series 3-2 to Tampa. Game 6 Monday night. Be on the lookout for that. So with that, anything else we want to talk about? I think that for everything that has gone on in this bubble, the NHL has really knocked it out of the ballpark. Really appreciate what these guys have gone through. And let's be honest here, we've seen Corey Perry's wife in the stands, but not all the families are out there. As much as they would love to be, but they're just not in there. But you know what? It's happy to see, to see some of the families. But I know these guys can't wait to get back home. So, Stephen Day, thoughts on bonus changing up the lines much? Lots of injuries. Kind of had to. On that one. It's one of those things where you kind of roll with the punches. Kevin Lacey saying Uncle Darren Stevens at Shark Stats tweeted that Pavelski has 52 playoff goals and wins. So 52 of 61 goals were in wins. So with three more points from their defensemen tonight, including the primary assist by Klingberg on the OT goal, the Stars have 67 points in the 2020 postseason. Only the 1985 Oilers had more with 77. So, yes, we do have a trade to... Where is Kevin when I need him freaking crazy? Mark Stahl got traded today, and he, I believe, had a no-move clause, so he was okay with it. Mark Stahl, along with a second-round pick, I believe in 2021, goes to the Detroit Red Wings for future considerations. In other words, this was a cap move, folks. Are they going to make a play for Alex Pietrangelo? Is the Rangers rebuilding done? I mean, that's crazy. It's crazy. Pavelski, 15 goals, or 52 goals in playoff wins, tied 15th all time with the great Ivan. Kevin, forgive me on this one. Ivan Coronier. No, that's not it. He had been tied with Boom Boom Geoffrion and Jacques Lemaire and Yzerman entering tonight. So, kudos to Pavs. Just these Canadians greats now throwing Jacques Lemaire and Steve Yzerman. He's starting to escalate himself to, if Dallas pulls this off, he gets the Conn Smythe. Do you kind of look at Pavelski as maybe a down the road Hall of Famer? So definitely that. Yeah, just mentioned that earlier. The Stars became the 5th team in NHL history to win a multi-overtime game, which their opponent could clinch the Stanley Cup. In fact, it's the second time that Dallas had achieved that. So yeah, that was, So, could the Rangers be after Matt Dumba? Yeah, they could be after Matt Dumba. I could definitely see Pietrangelo because that seems so Rangers for them. Stephen Day, are you surprised that Kiviranta has been quiet in the series thus far? I think there's being a little bit more focus. On Kiviranta. So, yeah, I could say Kiviranta, but Ivan Coronier, just not cutting it. Kevin saying I could see Dumba for the Rangers. I have a sinking feeling Pietrangelo goes to Vegas because Vegas has no cap. I don't know what they're gonna do unless they're going to actually trade Fleury, which Fleury wants to stay in Vegas, and I don't blame him whatsoever, for sure. So that being said, so the Rangers pick up some valuable cap space. The Red Wings get a decent defenseman along with a second-round pick for taking the cap dump, and freaking, the Vegas Golden Knights are just going to buy everybody. Yeah. Throw in whatever happened to the Giants tonight. Yeah. Jamie Benn has been quiet this series. The 35-year-olds have been helping him. You know what? Jamie Benn. Yeah, I'm not sure what you were thinking when trying to, when you were passing it in overtime when you had a one-on-one shot with Vasilevsky. I'm not sure what you were thinking in that sense. I thought that was a golden opportunity to shoot, Uh, oh, jeez. So, you know, you got to step it up. And Steven, you just said there, it's got to step it up. Jamie Ben's got to be that leader. He was early on, especially in the conference final. He's got to be that guy. I don't know if it needs to take, Jim Nill or Stars management to call Sagan and Ben, you know, Bulkapuki or anything like that. You got to step up your game. You absolutely do. You know, so with that, I think that will cover it for now. Game 6 will be Monday at 5 p.m. Game 7, if necessary, will be Wednesday at 5 p.m. Be on the lookout for that. That'll be on your local NBC station here in the States. Of course, CBC Hockey Night in Canada up north. Uh, and, you can record Monday Night Football. You don't need to watch it. Just, watch some hockey. A championship could be crowned. It's only week 3 in the NFL. Come on. There won't be any baseball on. Hopefully the Giants pull the rabbit out of you-know-what to get in. So with that, I think that's it for us. In case you missed anything or you want to watch this again, check us out on tealtownusa.com or your favorite podcatcher, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, always available at tealtownusa.com on that one. So I will be back with you Monday night following Game 6 of Stars and Lightning. Will Joe Pavelski and the Pavs force a Game 7? Or will Barclay Goodrow get his name on the Stanley Cup? We shall see. In the meantime, happy birthday to John Scott. I hope he had a good one. We did an interview with John Scott during the NHL pause, so check us out there on that one. AJ did a great job there, so be lookout for that, along with all kinds of interviews we did during the pause. So we appreciate each and every one of you. Hit us up on the social media. Hit us up on the Twitter, the Instagram. Of course, hit that subscribe button down here. Hit that notification bell so you get reminded when this game's going to double overtime that we're here for you after each and every night in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So with that, thank you for watching. Check out all our content. Hit that subscribe button and keep it real. Keep it teal. Keep it real teal. Have a great night, everyone. I will see you Monday night.